Hello, you are listening to Just Films and That. This is the podcast where we celebrate films we think deserve a little bit more love, whether they're underrated or underseen. We're going to talk about them. I'm the host, Josh Allen, and I'm joined, as ever, by Jamie Allerton. Jamie, how you doing, mate? You okay?
I'm good. It's good to speak to you, Your Majesty. Josh the first.
Indeed. And Jamie the first or second, I don't know.
So you told me that I have to call you that from now on the pod.
I did say that. I did, and I will thank you to keep to it, or it's off to the tower with you.
Can I get off my knees now and sit in this chair?
Yeah, you can stand up now. Rise. Yes, so before we get started with this week's film, if you could head on over to whatever app or whatever you listen to this on and give us a little rating review, it helps people find us and listen to our thoughts on films and stuff like that. And that would be really, really great. As well, we're trying to do more of your listeners' suggestions. So if you've got a film you think's underrated or underseen, then providing we haven't already done it, you can drop us an email or a DM, wherever, to suggest a film that you think deserves more love. Tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the film and why you think we should do it. As a little incentive, if you want to put that in your rating or review, then we will try and get to those first as a priority, because it means you've shown us a little bit of love. So a film that you think deserves more love and a little bit about yourself and why, you can send us an email, filmsandthatpod@gmail.com, or you can drop us a DM on any social medias. If you find us, it's all in the episode notes. You'll be able to follow us. Yes, we're looking for more of your listener suggestions. But this week is not a listener suggestion because Jamie's here with me. So, Jamie, we're discussing King Ralph from 1991. So, spoiler warnings if you haven't seen it. Jamie, tell the guys at home, what is King Ralph about and why did you pick it?
This is one of the easiest films to describe. An American becomes the King of England in a true fish out of water story. That's it. What if an American was the King of England?
No, not cherish. Perish the thoughts of any Americans near the royal family, Jamie. Let's get into it. Any American? Perish the thought.
Don't worry, he's white, so everything is fine.
It's all fine. It's a white bloke, so he can't have any ill intentions, Jamie. Anyway,
they could have. Oh my god! I mean, an Eddie Murphy version of this would have actually been pretty funny.
I mean, to be fair, you could have Eddie. You could have Eddie Murphy. Kristen Wiig doing it would be good. You know what I mean?
But yeah, this is King Ralph. I remember going to the cinema when I saw this, which is weird because I would have been 5. But I specifically remember walking in as the plane lands, and this has been with me ever since. I'm a big John Goodman fan. It's John Goodman is the Ralph as mentioned. If you haven't seen this, the idea is that the entire lineage of the royal family has been wiped out, and they're desperate to find who's going to be the king, and it's an American lounge singer, John Goodman, who they have to get in. And he doesn't understand anything. He's like comically dumb in a way that any other actor, I think, would have messed this up. But he's really likable. I mean, had you seen this before?
I hadn't seen it before. So in terms of had I seen it before, I got this mixed up with like a load of other interchangeable early 90s comedies. I was like, is it Tommy Boy? Is it Uncle Buck? And I was like, no, those are different fat guy films. This is another fat guy film.
Well, we can touch on, I think one of the things that, like, if you just listen to this and you don't watch or YouTube, which you can watch us on YouTube, I'm an overweight man, and most of cinema tells you if you're an overweight man, you're just a bungling side idiot. Whereas John Goodman is like one of those few, like, he is a leading man. He's a great actor. It's not often like he doesn't allow himself to be like a fool in a lot of his films, apart from like he does a great turn in Arachnophobia, but apart from that, they don't really reference his weight in this as well. Like, he's a very confident man, and seeing John Goodman just throughout his career has kind of been an inspiration, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's fresh off the Flintstones in this as well, isn't he? Or it's around the same time.
Flintstones is a few years later, I think.
Oh, it was a few years later. Oh, yeah, I thought it was.
I think this was his first big movie. He just finished season Roseanne. 2. Yeah, just wrapped season 2 of Roseanne.
Yeah. So that's what it's about. So is it underrated? Is it underseen?
I think it's underrated. I think this was a hit, but it's underrated, definitely, in my eyes.
Right. Okay.
I was shocked, actually. But I guess it's time to ask the big question. Josh, did you like this?
So, I watched it.
I'll quit. I'll do it.
I went in with an open mind, And Jamie, I thought it was brilliant. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah,
genuine, and I'm not just saying. I'm not just blowing smoke. Like if
yeah. I wrote,
there are
but I still
things that
remember I wrote, but we all remember it.
yeah, which is a good film, which we both liked and said was underrated. But so no, I mean, it's not perfect. There's the odd thing in there, but there's so much more to like in there than there is to dislike. And I do think I'd be surprised if this doesn't come out as underrated. Obviously, I haven't seen the scores, or I've avoided the scores, but I think loads to like in there. Do you want me to get into it?
Yeah, go on. I'll let you go first on
Yeah.
this.
So the first and foremost, obviously, it's a comedy. So starting with the fact that it's a comedy, it should go without saying, but it doesn't. It's really funny. There's got some great jokes in there. No real signs of comedic aging, which is funny. And the amount of films we've done from before the teen sex comedy boom, where you look back and you're like, oh my god, it really just did age very quickly for about 10 years there, but before then was all right. It's like it went 80s badly aging, 90s probably all right, 2000s all bad, and then straight into what we've got now. So loads of different comedy in there as well. Some great slapstick things, like people not sort of believing that he's the king and things like that. Really like good dialogue as well, like just general actual jokes. So things like someone goes to Peter O'Toole's character, there's upsides, the strengths and weaknesses. The weaknesses is American, and then he just goes, quickly, what are the strengths? Like, I was laughing at that for ages. The fact that Ralph is, like you say, he's sort of like dumb, but not really obviously dumb to the point where you're like, no one's actually like that. He just is quite bombastic in a sense. So even to a point where he says things like, there's no problem that's too big to be ignored, or I've always liked my standards down where they are, and things like that. I thought the dialogue was really, really funny. So it is like, I laughed plenty of times watching this. I must have laughed a good 10 times, which in an hour and a half's film is pretty solid. I thought the cast was really, really good. It's a pretty stacked cast. We'll come back to John Goodman, but loads of good, like, it's got that great thing of lots of stifled, classically trained English actors being stuffy around an American. So you've got like Peter O'Toole's in it. John Hurt plays the villain in it. Loads of other classically trained British actors. Like, is it Leslie Phillips?
Yeah, Ding Dong.
He used to go Ding Dong, and now and then he's in this. The direction as well and the script are really good. Like, it's really well paced. There's absolutely no messing about. It gets straight to the point. I like even things like, it's a great fantasy fulfillment type thing. It's got that Home Alone, that Richie Rich feel of like, what if you just became or Princess Diaries? What if you just became royalty? What if you just became rich? What if all your troubles went away? But the point of the film, they're replaced by new troubles, that sort of thing. I thought that was really, really good. Even things like little touches, like I like that in it, they don't use the real royal family. So you don't get like a shit Queen impression. You get like just a bunch of posh people. It's like, this is the royal family. They all die at the same time. That's all you need to know.
So I heard that they did record it as Windsor, and then they changed it to Wyndham afterwards, because they were like, it's too close to the bone, the idea of killing off the actual Windsors.
Kill them all. Yeah.
Yeah. And like they brush it. I think they handle it really well. They brush over it very quickly, very funnily. I imagine now doing, because this is pre-Diana, where the idea of like a royal dying. Yeah. Imagine now doing a film it's like, and every royal's died.
I mean, it'd basically be like akin to a terrorist attack or something, wouldn't it?
It would be, yeah. And then they're like, oh, now off one wrong. Whereas they get that out of the way. Also, I think it's important that they don't like they don't dwell on the idea that includes like kids. This, it's just
like
done so quickly.
There.
Yeah. And I checked, it's 9 minutes into it that he's walking up to Buckingham Palace, which is insane.
Yes, it's
quick
absolutely
this flows.
Breathless pace, isn't it?
Yeah, so you don't have enough time to go, hang on a minute, or there will be plot holes, but I don't even look for them because I enjoy it so much.
And that's the thing, is there are films with plot holes where it's poor, so you notice them, and there are films where you're like, oh, hang on, actually, how did that get to there or whatever? So, and this is definitely the latter. So, and again, just one final thing. Obviously, you're a fan of John Goodman. I think he's brilliant in this. He's so likable. I like him anyway, but he's so likable, so watchable. He's one of those actors. He's like Tom Hanks. Not many people can seamlessly walk the line between drama and comedy without it looking like they're making a conceited effort to do one or the other for the sake of their career. And John Goodman's one of those people. When he's serious, he's serious. When he's funny, he's one of the funniest.
Yeah, it's great that he was spotted by the Coen brothers And they were like, "Oh, this guy's going to be amazing," and they put him in Fargo, not Fargo, they put him in
Barton Fink, is it?
Yeah, it's a Big Lebowski first, but yeah, they always write for John Goodman though, don't they?
Yes,
I feel like they're the ones who know how to stretch him the most. But when he has to be serious in this, he is. When he has to be threatening, he is. And also, I like that towards the end you get the smart version of Ralph, where he's the one who works out. We'll do spoilers now, and I really like the twist in this that Peter O'Toole actually was in line for the throne.
He's just like, nah.
Yeah, he gets that. And I like that he works it out himself. And if you rewatch that scene, it's really good the way Peter O'Toole looks at Phipps when he says, "When we chose you." Rewatching it, you're like, "Oh, yeah, there's an actual mystery in this."
Yeah, there is. No, yeah, and it's an emotion bomb, right?
I mean, if we can get. I've got some emotion bombs in this, mate.
Well, let's get to it. So what you picked it. So that's a little bit of a summary of what I like there. But what do you like about this film? Why did you pick it? Well, we know why you picked it, but why did you like it? What do you like
obviously,
about it?
I love the character of Ralph. And I don't really like buffoons. There's some Adam Sandler movies where I'm like, that's too far. I don't like that. But I think he does, like you say, he does walk the line really well.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's two emotion bombs towards the end of this. And I think one is when he makes the speech to Parliament, which is really well. And you're actually proud of him, that he's stepping up. And then when he has his little private chat with Peter O'Toole after that, where he's like, if hopefully I can be as good a king as you are, and you see that Peter O'Toole started to respect him. We touched on how great the cast is. John here, I wouldn't have his performance any other way. He's hamming it up, but
it's great. His little tweedly mustache.
I mean, he might as well just be saying, "I fucking hate the working class," but it's like, "Your father, he worked on the disgusting." Like Sheffield. He's correct. I think, and he's even got like his little pencil clear mustache. Pete, I'd like to know why Peter O'Toole took this, because he was quite a serious actor. He didn't do comedies, and which makes him so great in this, because his snipes are so. I wrote down just one of the ones that made me laugh, which says there were currently no plans for a royal luau.
No, he is great. I mean, I know what you mean. There are certain actors when they rock up and stuff like this, you're like, what is that person doing there? Whereas John Hurt's not one of them. He did do kids films, serious films, comedy films, all that sort of stuff. Whereas Peter O'Toole, you're like, he's like one of the most respected actors of his generation. I mean, so is John Hurt, but you know what I mean? You just don't expect to see Peter O'Toole in a film like this.
And he's not phoning it in as well. Like, this is a great performance from Peter O'Toole.
He's great at it, yeah.
And everyone understands like exactly what they need to do. I love all the different relationships that are in this. Like, Peter O'Toole has, there's a bit in it where they celebrate Ralph like successfully having that meeting with one of the African kings. And he goes to high five Phipps, and then they go, "Oh, should we have a sherry?" And they're like, "This is Ralph open up."
It's great. It's fair. So, do you think it's funny then? Like, I'm assuming you do, but like, what do you think of the comedy in it?
I think it's hilarious, and I think also it's because they move through different types of comedy, because you have the fish out of water stuff, but also randomly Jolie Richardson is in this, and the joke is she's got a really deep voice, and
she's got a deep voice, yeah.
But it's hilarious. They don't have a talk for like the first 5 minutes that she's in the film, and then as soon as she's dancing with it, it's just a woman with a deep voice.
And it's not, and they don't overdo it as well. It's literally just she's got a funny voice.
Yeah, and she's like into a bit of S&M, and
she's got taste that he doesn't like, sort of thing.
Yeah, and there's Ralph goes hunting and he shoots the dog.
Yeah, that bit was so well handled, I thought.
Yeah, it's really well made, and like as you said, the script on it. You can have films that have like a stupid premise but can be written well, And this is, I don't think there's a joke in this that I mean we'll get to one in this like that I think could be cut, but on the whole, this is really well written, and I really buy like Miranda's kind of moral quandary, and they set that up perfectly at just the right time. She gives the money back, and at just the right, and also they don't spend ages having Ralph be angry at it. He shouts at it, and then the next time he shows up and he's like, "Sorry about that." Yeah. He doesn't even apologize. I mean, neither of them apologize because like, well, it was a misunderstanding when they don't
It's just,
dwell on it. Yeah.
we're both wrong.
Yeah. And he's like, did you see me on TV? I fucking smashed it. So, shut up.
Yeah, and I thought the chemistry between them worked quite well as well. I mean, so the actress who plays Miranda, I know it's called Camilla, and I can't remember Camille, her surname. I know she was Rose Tyler's mum, and she was in Big Boys, the Jack Rooks sitcom. She's really, really great. She's mainly known for TV rather than film, but she works really well with John Goodman in this. They've got a great chemistry.
She's just a girl from South London, which happens to look like a housing estate in Yorkshire.
yeah, which is in the shadow of the local mill, obviously, which is...
My dad's been, he can't go down the mine in Clapton.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, you really buy into her falling in love with him, and her conundrum is built on like a very real problem that we had in the UK. There was these men at the time who'd lost their jobs down to mine. Which that would, if someone said, do you want to, pretend with this American who's like shaming the country that you love him, and here's 15 grand, like you get it. And so I think that's all done really well, and there's this, morally, she still doesn't push it. Like I like, she gets the ketchup in the photographer with the maddest haircut you've ever seen in any film. I think if you're paparazzi, don't make yourself that identifiable.
Don't be like, which one do you think it is? The one with the really recognizable haircut.
And it's also, they do have like, these are the problems of being a royal. Like you cannot go to Burger King. And I used to feel so bad for him when he as an American, they had, fast food and Americans is joined together. And if you're in a different country and you're lonely, he's even said he's lonely. The idea that this is the first time he's been able to go out to Burger King and he can't even just sit and have a burger with a girl. You do like start to feel, this is a lot taken away from him.
And it's really well balanced as well, because it is that thing we touched on before, which is it's wish fulfillment. So, oh my God, what if you didn't have to work and you got money and a big house and all that, but you can't actually go out in public anymore? So you almost can't enjoy your money. And there's a lot of that. I think they balance it really well of showing him, doing out the palace how he wants, but then Peter O'Toole's character being like, no, you've got a full day of meeting people because you did a really good job of meeting someone else. So now we've got to capitalize on that and get you in front of the public meeting people and things like that.
You have to remember that Northern Ireland exists.
You've done a really good job of meeting Patrick from EastEnders. Now you're going to meet other people.
I did. I like that it's not just, he's a buffoon, but a lot of the time his way of doing things actually gets them out of like that king likes him because of who he is. They go play darts in the pub and then they twisted to throwing spears. I did Google like, is that offensive? And I was like, I don't know. Is that offensive? And I was like, nah,
I didn't even think of them as spears. I thought it was like they're playing giant darts.
Yeah.
I just took it as
like ceremonial spears that he's got.
Right. I didn't even think of that. I just thought it was big. Like I just thought it was a giant dartboard.
I think if it takes you too long to wonder if it's offensive, like that's probably
then
not.
It's not.
Yeah. And it's done really well because it's just escalation, and I like that it's like, again, they do stuff which brings Ralph into the working class, because it's not at the back of the palace. That's when they do the spear darts. It's clearly been done on the back of like a billboard in the middle of South London or something.
Yeah,
which is probably the back of that pub that you took him to. Yeah, it's right next to Mill. Yeah,
near the.
This is where we mine the steel from the docks.
Because it is one of those films where it's like England, just London.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, and even like the punks speak with RP. Like, oh, I bloody love him. He's great. Please, sir, more.
Okay, so we'll move on to the dislikes then, and we'll talk about anything that we didn't like about King Ralph, the film, or not the guy, but mainly the film, and anything that we change about it. I haven't got loads, Jamie. You mentioned one or two things there. Do you want to go first, or shall I get into it?
Yeah, go on. Do you want to go first? And then I've got pages on this. I hate this film.
You prefer it was called King Rafe? No, I've only got two things. One is I think they probably, there's not really a moment wasted here. I don't think it would have lost anything from actually gaining 10 minutes, and we don't really say that very often. Quite often we say it's too long, not long enough. But I do think they could maybe build the love story a little bit more. Particularly around her circumstances and how it develops, rather than he meets her, he likes her. It's almost like it. You can almost see the strings and the marks of we need a love story. Here's where he has to meet her. Here's the point, and here's the sort of always lost moment. All that sort of stuff. So they could have done a little bit more with that. The only other thing is it is funny and really likable, and it is a lot of the same. It is a lot of the same in terms of it's quite repetitive in places, but not like a. By the time it finished, I wasn't like, oh God, come on, like, I need to get through this. It was just quite a lot of the same sort of thing, but not in any way that I suppose I put that in terms of balance, really, rather than anything else. So yeah, that's really it for me on the dislikes. I didn't think there was much else. You've hinted at a few things there. So what do you think of that, and what have you got?
No, I agree. I agree in the sense that I would just love more of this movie because I like it. But yeah, you could even grow, like, I think I complimented on it quickly against the booking, but you kind of get a sense of who Ralph is beforehand, but maybe, a bit more. I mean, when you think about it, this is a man who has zero family. Like, what does that do to someone? But I'd say, like, my main dislike, Spotted Dick is funny, isn't it? Yeah,
it's class in it because it's like a dick in it, and it's like a penis.
I feel like, and I know we do have some American listeners, don't we?
Yeah. I think we've got quite a lot of American listeners.
It's probably safe to say that we're working class. I mean, at least you pretend not to be, don't you?
Well, I don't want. Why
are you wearing cufflinks to record a podcast?
Sorry, I've got to wrap this up. I've got a meet at the Claridge's.
You can tell I'm a scumbag if my version of upper classes with cufflinks.
Cufflinks. A man who's never ever been to a wedding.
I just use elastic bands. But
you just tie the rope around your waist, through the belt holes, and off you go.
When was the last time you had spotted dick, Josh? It's not a thing.
I have had it. I have had spotted dick, but I mean not the food. Oh, sorry, never. No,
I've just made the same joke.
I have had the food, but not for years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. It is your problem with it that they repeat the same joke as your problem with it that it's not that big a thing in Britain?
They do the joke 3 times, and also, like, we know as well. It's not that we're oblivious. If someone brought out Spotted Dick, we would be like,
Yeah.
So if you were presenting it to an American, you would also be like, well, we know that sounds silly. I do. Yeah. Apart from that, there's a bit in this, right? So I feel like you need to give Cedric a family. Peter O'Toole. Because they solved the problem by saying you don't have to be king anymore, don't worry. He's going to die in about 20 years. So all they've done is kick the can down the road. Ralph is still going to be king.
And they even make that point of being like, Ralph doesn't want to be king, but he's not stopping his son from being king. So
yeah, it's like, the whole thing was like, I'm going to cut out for this. And so, yeah, I guess Ralph could step down from it. All you needed to do was like, well, now the Cedric's lineage can just reference that so that Ralph is definitely out of it, because and it's not a big, this isn't a drama. You don't need to worry about it. And this is like kind of just finding small things. But you're like, the whole point is that he doesn't want to be king anymore at the end. So don't end it on, yeah, but once I die, you're going to be king. So,
but
say how free.
Yeah. And if I outlive you, you're going to be king.
I'd be like, keep going to Burger King, mate. So it's definitely your son who gets it. And then, but also there's this whole thing of like, he's married to an ex stripper, or someone who was about to be a stripper. It's like, that's going to be a problem again, because he's married to her. He's still going to be. I mean, you could look at it as like, he's got 15, 20 years to make the country fall in love with him. And to learn a bit of etiquette. Also, I do like that they cut back to, you have the punks in that classic cliche of we're watching TV through
Dixon's window or whatever.
Which people need to know.
It's rumbelows, isn't it?
People need to know there's no sound ever on those. So I don't know why that is used as such a. It's always used.
I genuinely think in this it's because it's through Rumbelow's window, and they would have been sponsoring it probably. They probably would. It's probably product placement.
I didn't even remember what Rumbelow's is.
It's basically an electronics store. It was it used to be the remember the Carabao Cup when it's Capital One and all that. The Rumbelow's Cup was what it was like in the 80s and 90s, I think it was.
Oh, so a few years later, this could have been everyone drinking Carling.
Yeah.
Then I would have had to
Yeah.
just like,
Everyone taking out a Capital One card.
but
yeah,
if that was one of them where they present him with, and here's our most drank drink, Carling, and Ralph's just like, I'm
Yeah.
on a plane. This is piss. Oh, we should mention our new sponsor, Carling. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Or Madry, as it is now. So, also, I think, so we get those punks, but I think there is room to just put in like, keep doing, and kind of like Vox Pops, where you get the mood of the nation,
Yes.
and also, as you say, we are an entire country, including Northern Ireland, and touch on what does the rest of the country think of this American who's come in, and you can have like the successors will be different for as the royal family have made decisions, different class and different areas and different regions have different ideas of like, oh well, that's quite good or that's bad, so maybe just get a taste of the nation. As you said, it's very England is London as a film, and it'd be nice for him to get out and see, have him have a night out in Liverpool and go down Popwell.
No, you're right. It wouldn't be that hard to do the goggle box vox pops of popping around the country. They do it in plenty of other films, even not comedies, even things like, I don't know, Independence Day.
Yeah, V for Vendetta, I think, does it really well.
V for Vendetta does it really well.
Like, just a taste of the nation.
Yeah.
My only other issue, sometimes when Ralph does a fuck up, it's not his mess up, it's because people haven't given the right information, or like there's a bit where it's a big funny set piece because his food goes flying down the table and it knocks over all the wine glasses. One person could have fixed that. Just grab the food or pick up your glass, and it would have been. I would be livid if I was Ralph at the end of that. I would be like, "Why did you all just let that fly down there? That's on you. That's not on me." The first person next to me could have, maybe 3 people down to give you reaction times, but you did not all need to just watch my glasses get broken.
The 25th person at the end would have thought, I'll just stand up and lift my glass up here. No, I know you. Did you say there was a joke that's not aged well as well?
No, it wasn't that. Oh, I think it might have been the spotted dick thing. I mean, I did wonder, like, when I first watched it, I was like, oh, you need a scene in a strip club. But also, I think the fact that it's not a strip club. When you see it's American. It's like Americana, and it's Ralph's gone there not because he's a horn dog, but it's because he misses home, and that kind of lounge style. And also, it's to show. I don't think they're saying like, oh well, she doesn't want to be a stripper, so she's actually a good person, and if she had carried on taking her clothes off, it's to show that he actually carries on applauding her, as everyone's like, oh, she didn't get a tit, that's bad, isn't it? But it shows the character behind Ralph, where he doesn't judge anyone for being a stripper. He's gone to enjoy the show, but he's not like they do quite well. So I'd actually take that out of my dislike, because I do think it's a good way of showing who she is. And plus, I think if you remade this now, you probably wouldn't dwell on this is the throne, this is the crown jewels. It's got the Star of India in it.
No, probably not. No,
wouldn't say that. We nicked all this. Is great,
yeah. Wasn't it great when we owned everything? But
it's all woke now. We can't. But yeah, no. Apart from that, not a lot of not a lot of issues with it. I still love this film. I'll watch it probably once a year. I think it's a really great performance from John Goodman and everyone around him. There's not one like character that you could go, oh, that could be a lot better. I think it's all done really well, and the script is great, which is what you'd expect from the writer of The Sting.
Yes, I know. I was like, I recognised the name, and I was like, oh my god, this is the guy who wrote The Sting.
Yeah, David S. Wood. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll move on to talking about the critical reception then. So if you've not listened before, then just to fill you in, we get the IMDb score, the Rotten Tomatoes audience score, the Rotten Tomatoes critic score, and then we work out the average as a percentage or a rough out of 10 or whatever, however you want to phrase it. And then we'll decide whether or not it is underrated or underseen. And just remind you why you picked it, Jamie. Underrated, right?
Underrated, yeah.
Underrated.
What were you guessing as the rating, Josh?
In terms of how I think it did, or what I'd give it.
We'll go both. We'll go both.
So I think if it's underrated, you'd probably look at like a 4 or something like that, and I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. So I really enjoyed it. I would watch it again. Nice and light, well paced, breathy comedy. Lots to like in there, and I think again, it always astounds me that films like this have aged as well. Yeah, I know there's some issues in there, but there's nothing in there you're like, oh my god, like you could not watch this or show this to. You could show this to a 10-year-old now, and they'd probably find stuff they liked in it, wouldn't they? So, yeah. So I think I would give it a sort of 7-ish, and I think it's probably looking at a 4 if it's underrated, or anything less than a 7, I guess.
Okay, so IMDb gives it a 5.4.
Yeah,
Oh, that's harsh, isn't it?
it is.
Rotten Tomatoes audience, 28%.
Right.
Rotten Tomatoes critics,
Yeah.
23%.
Who hurt them?
What is this?
Who
What is going
hurt the
on?
people over Rotten Tomatoes? So that's 35% average, or 3.5 out of 10 in IMDb money.
That's insane.
That's half of what I said. So that's up there. That is up there with one of the most underrated I think we've done.
Yeah, because it's not even offensive. It's not even like we've missed something.
3.5 or 35%. That's really low. That's got to be up there with one of the most underrated we've done. So I think we can say that's underrated.
I've just seen the first audience review though, and it just says this is just unrealistic. This old man commit all of the 7 deadly sins in 1 hour and a half.
What?
1.5 out of 5.
Honestly, some things people pick
someone.
up on. Who? What? Does Ralph murder someone?
Who does he murder? All of the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
He covets the neighbour's wife, I guess.
Yeah, wrath, sloth. Are they not thinking of 7?
Oh, I'm thinking of 10 Commandments.
Yeah, you're thinking of 10 Commandments.
Okay,
yeah. So I think we can say 3.5 or 35%. I think we can say that's underrated, can't we?
Yeah.
So there we go, another one in the bag. King Ralph is very much underrated. That's in the solidly underrated camp. That's got to be up there with one of the most underrated. I think I'd never seen it before. It's a bit of a classic for Jamie. Watches it quite a lot. I'd never seen it before. Loads to like in there. If you like a likeable, easy watching comedy, give it a watch. All that remains to be said is we will be back next week with another episode. As I said at the start, we're trying to focus on your listener suggestions. So if you've got a film you think deserves more love, then drop us an email or a DM to social media. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you think the film of choice is underrated. If you do that by leaving a rating and review, we'll make sure we put those first as well. All the details for that are in the episode notes. We're on social media as well. If you want to give us a follow, it's films and that. No, it's not filmsandpod@gmail.com. That's the email. If you want the email, it's filmsandpod@gmail.com.
Stop ruining our podcast, Josh.
We're on all the social medias. If you search for Just Films and That on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, you'll find us. We're always putting stuff out there as well. If you're thinking you're desperate for more film content, Jamie's got a podcast as well. I will put the link to that in the episode description below. Jamie, it's the best movie too. Tell the people at home a little bit about it.
It's dedicated to King Ralph, so it's just every episode a new facet.
What's the best movie to watch if you murder the royal family in one go?
It's the best movie. It's called The Best Movie 2, the number 2. And basically, if you're in a mood and you don't know what to watch in that mood, so like we've got the best movie to watch. If you want to train, the best movie to watch if you've just been dumped, the best movie to watch if you're dating someone with a very deep voice, things like that. And we'll just give you suggestions that we can fire out at you, and you can go, okay, I'll watch that tonight.
Yes, indeed, and I have been a guest or co-host on most of them.
Yeah, it's Josh is my go-to. Oh God, I should probably get someone in today to record.
But yeah, we'll put a link to that in the episode description. All that remains to be said is we'll be back next week with another episode. Thank you very much for listening. We do really appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Goodbye from me. Cheerio.
Bye.